All right, let's go over a smarter way to learn JavaScript. It's a book I just read, but I'm gonna maybe go over it with you guys. I'm gonna go a little bit faster. So, number three, we're on chapter number 3, variables for strings, for numbers. Basically, a string is not the only thing you can assign to a number. So before we did var, maybe like your name, and then we put it into quotes, and it would be a string of characters. Now it is a number. Having coded the statement above, whether you write wait in your code, JavaScript will know you mean 150. The wording is a bit misleading, but essentially, now when you use wait, they know it means 150. And you can add 25 to it, and it'll become 175. And JavaScript knows it's a number. So what can you do with it since it's a number? You can do math. You cannot do this with text strings. So the ones in quotes are strings. The ones outside of quotes are numbers. And the way that JavaScript knows the difference between like wait and 150, because they both don't have quotes, is that variables cannot start with a number. So JavaScript can do some logic and be like, E. They both don't have quotes, so they're not a string, but this one starts with a number, so it cannot be a variable, so therefore it's a number. Just under the hood to explain like that JavaScript is doing logic. There is work being done. It's a high-level programming language, JavaScript, so it does a lot of stuff for you. Now look at this code. So we're declaring a variable, but remember, let and const are two new ways of doing it. This book is a bit outdated, but there's some structure to it, so I don't mind going over it. And maybe I'll bridge the gap, and I will maybe make my own book, or I will just do the new ways of doing it after this, right? Some new standards. So var, variable, you declare the variable, but the concept is the same. You declare a variable, you give it a name, it cannot start with a number, and you give it a value. In this case, we're giving it the value of 23, and we're ending the statement with a semicolon. Then you could do, since the number, you could do math to it. So you could say the original number, which is 23, plus 7. So now a new number becomes 30. And you could have, you could just, you don't, it doesn't have to be added to a number. You could also add it to another variable. So this variable is called original number. It's 23. The new number is 7. Now you have the original number plus the new number. So what you get is 30. You could add variables that also have the values of numbers. And well, you can also, a variable can be used in calculation its own new, if I say weight or number, it's kind of like they're kind of repeating themselves. Like if weight equals 150 and now weight plus 25, well, weight is now going to be 175. The same thing here. You can have the original number plus that. It's a bit confusing when they re-explain something like it's different, but they explained it, but you're not, I don't know. Sometimes there are some confusing explanations. If you enclose a number in quotations and add 7, now what do you get when you add a string to a number? He says it won't work, and he'll explain it later. I'll explain it now. Math is not going to happen here. It's not going to become 30 because this is a string. So what JavaScript is going to do is going to say, okay, what we're going to do is instead of turning the 23 into a number, we're going to turn 7 into a string and connect it. But what you're going to get is this string 2, 3, and also the string 7. You're going to get 2, 3, 7 as a string. This will be useful later. It's not a bug. It's not a problem. This is a good thing. So for example, you might have a variable of age that's always updating and you want to automate the process. So you have an alert that wants to include your name or your age in a string, like happy birthday, you are now 25. You could say happy birthday, you are now space, and then put the number, and in that alert, it will turn it into a string and say, hello, you're now 25. There's a benefit to this, I'm saying. but that's pretty much it, you know. And again, a variable cannot start with a number. But you can put a number in it. It's just it cannot start with a number. And if you say do an alert with Casey, case QTY, and that case QTY equals a number, the alert, it's going to turn it into a string at the end. And you know what, let's play around with it. You could go into your console. I was playing around with it too, but say you want to do the alert, 144, you will get an alert 144. But what if you do 144 plus 10, right? Because before I was saying like they're strings. If you do a string, heck, let's do it right now. Let's just show you what's going to happen. 144 plus 10. And I watch me not even put a semicolon. That's the thing. Sometimes books in real life are different. It's still going to work. You're going to get 144 10. 144 10. Because what it did was it turned this into a string and added it. And also if I do a number, it'll turn that into essentially a string to present. But what if I do alert 144 plus 10? This is where like there's a lot of logic being done, and JavaScript is a big beast to learn. What is this going to do now? Is it going to do 14410? Like, is it going to turn them both into strings and then connect them? No. It's going to do the addition first. So you're going to get is 154. So here it's saying JavaScript converts it to a string and displays it. But if you did some math in it, it will do the math before, then convert it to a string. So there's that. And now there's some examples. So let's do them really fast. So you can assign a string to a variable. You can also assign a number. If a number is enclosed in quotes, it is a string. What kind of operation can be done on a number variable that in one particular case can't be done on a string variable? So it's an operation that can be done on a number, but cannot be done on a string. Again, the names, the wording is so weird. Like, what do you mean like in one particular case? Can it be done or not? It's not in a particular case. Is numbers do this, strings do not. What can you do to numbers that you cannot do to text? I don't know why it says in one particular case. And also, it'd be 5-letter words. It's math. The word is math. You could do math to numbers. Like, the wording is weird sometimes. What is the value of order total? So it's number 10, 100 plus 10, so it's 110. Now let's make a variable by declaring the variable keyword plus the number, the variable that we want. Let's use the assignment operator and then finish it. Now we are going, it's going to autocomplete, but we're going to declare a variable called number as a string, equal it to a string of 3, and finish. But we're going to assign the variable that's already been declared to 144. In a single statement, declare a variable and assign a number to it. So we are going to declare a variable and assign a number to it. In a single statement, declare a variable and assign it to the sum of 2 other variables. So it's going to be a variable, and maybe we could say the sum of num1 plus num2. Right, so these are 2 other variables that I'm assuming have already been declared. Rewrite this so that it is a number, not a string. Assign the sum of two numbers to a variable which has not been declared beforehand. Okay. So basically, we're going to have a variable, declare a variable, sum, equals n of 2 num1 plus num2. Oh, wow. I just feel the wording is a bit weird. I apologize. Assign the num of two numbers to a variable which has not been declared beforehand. Yeah, declare the... Basically, this is the answer. In one statement, declare a variable. Okay, so var word. Okay, I'm doing x now. In the second statement, assign it to the sum of two numbers. So 2 plus 2. You got 20 seconds. In a single statement, declare a variable and assign a number to it. So, in a single statement, declare a variable and assign the sum of two other variables. Rewrite this so that it is a number. And now I have 20 seconds, but I did it in 3 seconds. Assign the sum of two numbers to a variable which has not been declared yet. In another statement, declare a variable. In one statement, declare a variable. In the second statement, assign it. So we're declaring it here, and we're assigning it there. Well, to the sum of two numbers. My apologies. In the first statement, declare a variable and assign it a number. In the second one, okay, so we declared a variable. We just need to declare it with the variable keyword, assign it to a number, and in the second one, change the value by adding it with a number. So number okay, that is, it's because I put this variable, the number, right? And I assigned it a number. And then I use that one, like here, like it's doing here equals, it's because I didn't do the right order that they want, but the logic is the same. It's because they wanted me to put number plus 9. That's like saying 8 plus 7 is different than 7 plus 8. You guys like this book? Because I'm not a big fan of it, I have to admit. I read the whole thing and I'm down to like giving it up and like maybe just doing the chapters and showing it to you myself, because it's very outdated too. So declare a variable, because it's supposed to be let. The modern way is let, it's not var. So an assign number equals 1, then alert what did it? Okay, so it popped up, it worked. Declare a variable and assign it a number. Let's see here, equals 1. Double the variable's value by adding so you're doubling it by adding it to itself, and you're going to do an alert of num. Oh, it's 2. I don't want to do this. So yeah, that concludes number 3, numbers as variables. So what have we learned? Number 1, we went over alerts, and that being a built-in JavaScript function, right? That'll put an alert onto the page. Then we had variables and assigned text or strings to that variable. And now we did numbers to that variable and played around with some math and connected them all, where we connected the string to the variable to the alert. Thank you very much. Till next time.